Hello, class of 2021. I'm Ron Freitas, president of the Lodi Unified Board of Education. On behalf of the entire Lodi Unified Board of Education, I want to say we are very proud of you and we're thrilled to congratulate you on your graduation from high school. We have been overwhelmed by your spirit, determination, and triumph in the face of adversity, unlike any other graduating class. Whether you pursue higher education, enter the workforce, or honorably serve our country in the military, we are certain that you will go on to accomplish great things and represent Lodi Unified well. Congratulations again to the class of 2021.
Congratulations to our seniors. We are very proud of you for all you have accomplished this year. We know there have been many challenges, many disappointments along the way, but you have endured. We greatly appreciate your patience, your flexibility as we've gone through this year, and know that there are great things ahead for you. Congratulations and best wishes.
Good evening. My name is Mark Dawson, and I am the principal of Ronald E. McNair High School. I would like to welcome everybody to our virtual graduation ceremony. I know that the last 15 months has been difficult for all of us, particularly our seniors who have given up so much. Tonight, however, I will ask that you all treat this like the celebration that it is. Hopefully, you are all able to connect with family and friends while viewing this virtual ceremony, and we can celebrate the class of 2021 for their accomplishments. Our students never cease to amaze me. Between March of 2020 and April of 2021, they missed out on so much. However, throughout it all, I saw numerous examples of their creativity, their commitment to academics, their ability to lead, their ability to inspire others, and their desire to give back to the community, and their overall spirit that shows me if these are our future leaders, then we are in good hands. And that note, I am very proud to congratulate the class of 2021. You have made it. I would like to take a moment to recognize and give thanks to members of our district's leadership team, our superintendent, Dr. Kathy Nichols-Washer, and our assistant superintendent of secondary instruction, Mr. Jeff Palmquist. I also want to recognize the members of our Board of Education for the Lodi Unified School District, Board President and the person who represents McNair High School, Mr. Ron Freitas, Board Vice President, Ms. Susan McFarland, Board Clerk, Mr. Courtney Porter, Board Trustee, Mr. Ron Heberly, Board Trustee, Mr. Gary Kanakistet, Board Trustee, Mr. Joe Nava, and Board Trustee, Mr. George Neely. I would like to thank our school board and our district administration for their commitment to our students. I'd also like to take a few minutes to recognize and thank members of McNair staff for their hard work and dedication over the course of the 2020-2021 school year, and specifically the last 15 months. First, I want to thank our teachers. McNair High School has an excellent teaching staff who always put their students first. Over the last 15 months, our teachers have been faced with many challenges and have met them all and have continued to provide excellent instruction to our students. I would also like to thank our office staff who have kept up with all the changes that have occurred and helped keep our teachers and administrators afloat, our cafeteria staff who have continued to make sure all of our students had access to meals, whether they were on campus or distance learners, and our custodial staff for ensuring that when students and staff return to campus, they return to a clean and safe environment. Now, on with the show. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Craig Nash, counselor. Mr. Nash will be presenting our CSF award winners.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Craig Nash, and I am representing the counseling department at McNair High School. So on behalf of Mrs. Palmer, Mrs. Monty, Mrs. McCracken, and our office manager, Mrs. Borges, we want to wish the class of 2021 happiness and great success in the future. We are rooting for you. Tonight, I have the pleasure of announcing the 2021 California Scholarship Federation Seal Bearers and the National Honor Society Life Members. These 30 CSF and NHS students have earned this honor by maintaining academic excellence throughout high school. Students, as you move forward from here, always remember the words of legendary UCLA coach John Wooden. Things turn out the best for people who make the best of the way things turn out. I think that applies to all of you here tonight, this year. At this point in the ceremony, I usually ask the audience to hold their applause until the end. But tonight, I want to ask all of you to cheer as loud and as proud as you want for these outstanding students. Let's start with the CSF president, Nan Nguyen. Nan will be attending UCLA in the fall. And the NHS president, Anam Khan. Anam will be attending CSU Stanislaus in the fall. Nizma Abdel Majid, UC Santa Barbara. Sabina Brar, UC Merced. Sydney Brown, Cal State Fullerton. Kaylee Chin, Sacramento State. Richard Chitpock, undecided. Brittany Doe, UC Santa Cruz. Haley Escorpizo, Delta College. Jasmine Gates, UC Santa Barbara. Priscilla Gutierrez, CSU Stanislaus. Alex Hui, UC Berkeley. Kasib Nguyen Pham, UCLA. Benny Lee, CSU Los Angeles. Emily Lowe, Delta College. Radia Mumtaz, Delta College. Ashley Nguyen, UC San Diego. Cindy Nguyen, Delta College. Katie Pham, Delta College. Diego Ramirez, Yale University. Jan Daniel Simon, UC San Diego. Gagandeep Singh, Delta College. Jamel Sotelo, Sacramento State. Matthew Tan, Delta College. Alina Tan, UC Berkeley. Mabel Ungab, San Jose State. Chloe Vang, Delta College. Sobaneri Vong, CSU Stanislaus. Deshaun Bongpang, Delta College. Venus Zhang, University of the Pacific. And last but not least, Annabelle Yang, Delta College. Congratulations to all of you and to all of the amazing students in the class of 2021. The future is bright.
Now, I would like to introduce our speakers for the class of 2021. Each of these young people represent the very best of McNair High School. They have excelled in the areas of academics, athletics, leadership, and community service. Each of them will be attending college in the fall. I know that each of them will be successful. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our senior class president, Ms. Jasmine Gates.
Hello parents, administration, faculty, staff, and my fellow classmates. My name is Jasmine Gates and I'm the proud senior class president. I want to thank all of you for being here to celebrate the graduating class of 2021. It has been an extremely rough year, but I commend all of you for getting through it. To my seniors, you have worked so hard to get to where you are now and have truly exemplified what it means to push and persevere through hard times, especially when faced with obstacles. Being in this pandemic has given me a new outlook on life and has allowed me to reflect on the saying, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. COVID-19 has taught me that life can change within an instant, and you should be prepared to expect the unexpected. Some of us may go into college, work, travel, or the military with a plan. In life, we never know what will happen, and anything can cause a disruption in our plans. Just a reminder that it's okay to fail. FAIL, which stands for First Attempt in Learning. The skills we gained over these past 4 years will have prepared us for what our future holds. I know you will all be ready to take on your challenges with the mindset that you will come out on top and will stop at nothing until you do. Coming into freshman year, I didn't know what the next 4 years held for me. Of course, I expected to make friends, grow and mature, and make memories that last a lifetime. But I never expected to log into Zoom most of my senior year and wake up in breakout rooms. I will definitely miss hearing my alarm go off and hitting snooze 10 times before I actually got up. If you're in my AVID class this term, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Also, thank you to Azaria and Delasia for the rides to school every morning. High school had enjoyable moments as it was filled with memories of football games, cheering at football games, and learning routines, stunt games, rallies where I screamed at the top of my lungs and lost my voice the next day, AP classes with Miss Lundeberg, Miss Austin, and Mr. Hoshiel, which I very much enjoyed, especially if you had a class with Phoebe, Kasib, Diego, and Nizma in it. AVID with Miss Hagan and my AVID buddies. Oh, and from time to time, Miss Medina, who would pop in our class just to call us ugly. The student gov, as we worked hard to still make the best out of the school year, will also gain the chance to hear Miss Monahan's dog Mila barking in the background on Zoom most of the time. And basketball games. Whether I was playing or watching them, it was always entertaining. My favorite memory was when I scored on the wrong side of the court during the second game of our freshman year, or when I attempted a back handspring and landed on my head, or when I went for an aerial and ate nothing but turf, or the best one yet, when our long-term sub, my sophomore year for AVID, almost burnt the school down microwaving popcorn. Not going to name any names, but I hope you're doing well and learn how to use the popcorn button. It's all jokes, but I hope they don't hear this. I want to say thank you to all of my teachers over these past 4 years for teaching me skills that I will carry with me for the rest of my life, and for giving me the opportunity to succeed in your classes and allowing me to push myself and exceed expectations. Thank you to my coaches for pushing me to be better than I was before and teaching me that with hard work, anything is possible. To my friends and peers, I appreciate all of you and the moments that we had together that were full of smiles, laughter, laughing so hard we cry. I want you to know that you have all had a major impact in my life and that I am genuinely so grateful for it, as you have all helped me to be a better person and a leader every day. Also, a quick shout out to our senior advisor, Mr. Holmes, who did his best under these circumstances to make sure the seniors were able to make the most out of the rest of the year. Thank you to Mr. Dawson and admin for not only doing your best to make this a better school year for seniors, but also putting your best foot forward to help benefit each and every student here at McNair High School. Also, thank you to Mr. Riley, who made me feel very welcome every morning that I did announcements, to Miss Nellie in the counseling, as she was lovely and always had a smile on her face every time I saw her, as well as Miss Monty, Mr. Nash, Miss McCracken, and Miss Palmer, who always did their best to make sure that their students were on the right track, not only in school, but in life as well. To my mom and Earl, my siblings, Joel, Josiah, Janice, my granny, my aunts Leilani and Christina, and my grandpa Ken and grandma Tina, I love you guys so much and thank you for always supporting me in everything I do, as I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And lastly, to my grandma who gained her wings this year, I love and miss you. I wish you could be here, but I want to thank you for always being my #1 fan throughout my journey in high school and in life. I know you'll be proud of me, and although you aren't here physically, I know you're always watching over me. Furthermore, life has its ups and downs, but when you expect the unexpected, you will be able to see life and your obstacles from a different perspective. I am extremely proud of you all and wish nothing but the best for you in the next step of your life and your journey to adulthood. Before we part ways, I want to leave you with these last words. No matter what life throws at you, don't lose sight of who you are, and never forget to expect the unexpected. Senior Class President Jasmine Gates signing off.
Thank you, Jasmine. Now, I would like to introduce to you our ASB President, Ms. Haley Escorpiso.
Good evening, Dr. Washer, board members, administrators, teachers, staff, parents, families, and our soon-to-be McNair alumni, class of 2021. I am honored to be speaking to you all today as your ASB President. I can't believe it's been 4 years since we walked inside those overhang gates. 4 years since I thought life here would be just like High School Musical, but instead of breaking out into singing and dancing, the only thing we were breaking out in were pimples. The movies don't show us the reality of having to deal with the stress of being a full-time student and a part-time minimum wage employee, or feeling hopeless when you don't get accepted into your dream college, or pulling all-nighters to complete assignments and, let alone, how to survive in a worldwide pandemic. Though the past few months have been difficult, being here today has given me some kind of hope. Aside from being surrounded by a whole bunch of drama-invested Sharpay Evans, there is one thing we have in common with High School Musical. We made it to the end. I'm proud to say our class has some of the most accomplished, free-spoken, and beautiful people to be graduating this year. From the 4 years that I've been at McNair, I've come to realize that we, as an entire generation, are extremely passionate. So passionate that when our parents ask us, "Will you jump off a bridge if your friend jumps off a bridge?" there would be no hesitation. Throughout high school, I'm sure many of us have built that prove them wrong mentality. I've noticed that as teenagers, our feelings and thoughts are often neglected by how we should act, or who we should become, or that we should go to college. Yes, you may feel the need to prove them wrong, but do you remember what happened to Troy Bolton when he stuck to the status quo? The point is, don't let people compare you to high standards of society. As we step into our adulthood, there will always be moments where people judge or belittle you. But the truth is, the time that they invest into criticizing you is the same time that you can take to grow into the bigger person. This specific moment, giving this speech to all of you, has haunted me since the day of our elections, because I didn't know how in the world I was going to stand in front of all of you when I could barely do a presentation without stuttering or shaking. Nonetheless, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for those who impacted my life. Thank you to all my teachers, to Miss Monty, Mr. Dawson, and especially Miss Monahan. To student government, thank you for accepting me as your ASB president and for being my backbone when I felt hopeless. To my past friends, new friends, and especially Stephanie Corrales and Matthew Tan, who have given me countless days of endless memories that I'll never forget. Thank you to my best friend and boyfriend, Deshaun Bongping, for always being by my side. Thank you to my dad for always supporting me through everything. To my annoying siblings, Trin and Jelani, my crazy family, my aunties, my grandparents, who have always pushed me towards a brighter future. Thank you to Mom for being my motivation. Without your constant bickering, I wouldn't have become who I am now. And of course, thank you, McNair, for allowing me to make mistakes that have helped me grow into the person that stands in front of me today. When we leave the stadium and become official graduates of McNair High, remind yourself that you and only you are the ones who determine your future. As we step into our broken world, remember to treat each other with respect, because I know that our generation is capable of creating change. I wish all of you, despite our history, despite everything that happened in the past year, nothing more than happiness and success. Congratulations to the class of 2021, we did it.
Thank you, Ms. Escorpiso. Now on to our valedictorian. Valedictorian. The definition in Webster's dictionary is simple. The highest ranking in a graduating class. Academic excellence or highest academic performance. This year, McNair High School honors the student who has attained this honor. Our valedictorian for the class of 2021, Mr. Diego Ramirez.
Hello everyone, my name is Diego Ramirez and I'm this year's valedictorian. This year's been quite a mess, hasn't it? I'm not really going to sugarcoat it. It sucked, but we made it through. Personally, for me, I'd like to thank my family, my friends, and especially my dog for helping me get through this year. Without their continuous support, I would not be where I am today. After every Zoom call, every missing assignment, and every glance at Google Classroom, the year has finally finished. The class of 2021 is now standing in front of me, with their whole lives in front of them. Our futures are limitless. There's so much we have left to do. But I think there's one thing to learn from this whole pandemic thing. After a lot of reflecting over the past year, one key value has been crucial to the world around us, and that key value is patience. While it may sound like a naive thing to say, it is something that I 100% stand by. This year was tough on everybody. Every single person has had struggles that we have no idea about. Patience with others is easier said than done, but it is so important. To have patience with the world around you, and to be accepting of the change that is bound to come, that is what it takes to help ease up a challenge. This year was hard, but being open to the challenges that come with it is how people are able to adapt. It's that kind of mentality that makes people susceptible to change, and it makes things easier on everyone else. That's what makes the world go round. It's the patience that others have that truly makes the world a better place. It's what's drilled, even though it's drilled into our heads from the moment we can speak, it really isn't as common as people think it is. While it may sound like a simple solution, patience can be the one thing that makes or breaks the interaction. Does that mean wait on every decision and to wait until the last possible moment to do everything? Not necessarily, but it is good to be kind, be respectful, and be patient with others. Thank you.
Thank you, Diego. We wish you continued success as you move on to Yale University in the fall. This senior class is special to me. I became the principal of McNair 4 years ago. This is the first class I had the opportunity to address during 9th grade orientation in July of 2017. I looked into the crowd and saw a lot of nervous faces. They had no idea I was just as nervous, if not more so. On that day, I told them what I tell every incoming class of 9th graders. I told them that they do not have to come to McNair. Every time I say that, I'm met with puzzled looks. I quickly followed up by assuring them that they get to come to McNair. I reminded them that often, our approach to something will dictate our success. When we approach things in a positive manner, when we embrace challenges and we work to overcome them, when we learn from each other and learn from our mistakes, we will put ourselves in a position to be successful. That is exactly what the class of 2021 has done. They have remained positive throughout the last 15 months. They have met many challenges and overcome many obstacles. They have experienced loss and disappointment, yet they have always remained positive. I urge the class of 2021 to keep that positive approach when they leave here. I urge you to try not to think of things that you have to do, but look forward to the things you get to do. This approach will lead you to success in whatever you may do. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Dr. Washer, as principal of Ronald E. McNair High School, I would like to present to you the class of 2021 for issuance of diplomas and certificates. I hereby certify that every student has met all the requirements of the state of California and the Lodi Unified School District. They are deserving of the diplomas and certificates you are about to award them.